Welcome to the Unsettled Archive. If you enjoy curious knowledge and unusual subjects, then this quiz is for you.
This week's quiz: burial practices from around the world.
Let's see what you know.
Which ancient cultures practiced jar burial, placing the dead, often infants, inside large ceramic vessels? Near Eastern and Southeast Asian. Which ancient cultures buried the dead in a flexed or fetal position, symbolizing rebirth or return to the womb? Neolithic and Bronze Age societies. What were the wax ancestor masks used in Roman funerals called? Imogens. What three-part sequence structured a traditional Greek funeral ritual? Prothesis, ekphora, and burial. How were plague victims commonly buried during outbreaks? In mass graves. What burial garment was reserved for elite individuals during the Han Dynasty? Jade burial suits. Which early societies buried their dead beneath homes or within villages to maintain ancestral presence? Neolithic Near Eastern societies. Which cultural region is most strongly associated with the practice of sky burial? Tibetan culture. What color symbolized rebirth in Egyptian burial materials? Green. Why were heavy stones sometimes placed on graves or bodies in Norse culture? To prevent the dead from rising. Why was a coin placed in the mouth or on the eyes of the dead in ancient Greek culture? To pay the ferryman. What did wagon or sled Viking burials often indicate? High status. What items symbolized authority in many women's Vikings' graves? Keys. Which ancient civilization is known for deeply vertical shaft tombs leading to burial chambers? The ancient Egyptians. Which culture famously practiced boat burials for high-status individuals? Vikings. What role did funeral bells play in medieval burials? To ward off evil spirits. What ancient Egyptian ceremony symbolically restored the senses of the deceased for the afterlife? The opening of the mouth ceremony. In ancient Egypt, what materials were used to fill the body cavity after drying? Linen, sawdust, or resin-soaked materials. About how long did the full ancient Egyptian mummification process typically take? About 70 days. Which religious traditions emphasize shroud burial, avoiding coffins whenever possible? Jewish and Islamic. Why were mirrors sometimes placed in ancient Chinese tombs? to ward off evil influences. What kind of object did Greeks sometimes bury with the dead to carry messages or requests into the underworld? Curse tablets. How was the brain removed during ancient Egyptian mummification? Through the nose. What natural substance was used to dry bodies in ancient Egypt? Natron. What type of grave marker did most ordinary medieval people have? None.
How did you do? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, for more curated curiosities, you know where to find them, right here on the Unsettled Archive.